Do 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 do. Bang. Hello, and welcome Blood Bowl fans! I am Dr. Carnivean, and this is Rufus. And you're watching the Diabolical Sports Desk, where life, finds a way. It's time for Game 3 of the Diabolical Bracket Tournament. You've seen the Corpse Feasters come back to beat the Frightful 14 in overtime, and watch the Snake Mountain Quirky Mini-Boss Squad squeak out a win against the Blight Stuff. And now we're here today at the Hall of Hell, the stadium of the HELLFIST Murder Pack, as they take on the Disciples of Deathnipple. For the uninitiated, in the Blood Bowl universe, Lanesh is the evil god of pleasure, pain, and excess. The HELLFIST Murder Pack are coached by the Ebon Praetor. And the Disciples of Deathnipple are coached by the Keeper of Secrets, Deathnipple himself. Right now, our on-the-field correspondent, Tobias von Cthulhu the 17th, is in the Disciples' dugout with Coach Deathnipple. Well, he seems to be having fun. So we have a crowd today of 11,000 spectators watching this game. That's right. The Hall of Hell has been flooded with sadomasochists, perverts, freaks, sex maniacs, and all the other people on my Christmas card list. In the video description is a link to a blog post with a more in-depth breakdown of the game and each team, along with the rosters for both teams. Blood Bowl junkies can take a look at those first to familiarize themselves with the stats if they wish, or can just get right to the stop-motion Blood Bowl action. The Barons of Hell have entered the stadium, and they look pissed. Nobody better be trying any shenanigans with these two around. We're almost ready to start. Team captains Darth Tiddy and Asmodeus are coming out for the coin toss.
Heads. Onward to the Astroth.
The Disciples have won the coin toss and will be receiving the opening kickoff. Brilliant coaching, and the Disciples gain a reroll. Causing you pain will be my greatest pleasure.
Hurt me.
Hard on the outside, soft on the inside.
Ooh, our first injury. Let's look at that again.
Hard on the outside, soft on the inside.
You are mine, all mine. Don't you call it a story.
And they've got the ball. Astaroth had to use a reroll back there to avoid double skulls.
And where do you think you're going?
Failed dodge, and that's our first turnover.
My safe word is guacamole.
Lord Excruciatus fails his wild animal check.
Big girls, do you?
Yep, those claws are nasty.
This will be no match for me.
Stop talking all the action.
Pain is life.
Yes! Adramalech just couldn't get him down.
It's on the week. Yeah, boy.
Slaughterkiss fails his stupid check.
Get away from him, beast.
We have such sights to show you.
Had to use a reroll on that last GFI, but Tormentros is so close to the end zone. Ball goes out of bounds and the Barons are throwing it back in. Mastima failed his GFI and knocks himself out. Even the reroll didn't save him. Throw skill not helping.
You're mine. No one else can have you. Don't worry, they won't get past me.
Make me suffer.
Tituba, what are you doing? Stop that.
Failed dodge by Vecadim and our third turnover so far.
Finally, I get to do something.
And another turnover.
I'll peel that arm off you.
Such hurt me.
Yikes! Tormentros picks it up and runs it in for the touchdown. Caused 3 injuries and 4 knockouts and getting away with the score. Can't do much better than that.
Operation Yogurt Launch Initiative.
We should clarify here, since some viewers may remember Lord Horrificus using his chainsaw most of the previous game. For Lord Horrificus, the chainsaw was just an aesthetic for the model, which is why he was never ejected. Belphegor actually had the chainsaw secret weapon rule. No, he failed to break armor every single time. Very poor showing. Asmodeus has recovered from knockout. And now the Disciples are kicking it off. They outnumber the Murder Pack by 5 players right now. It sure is, Rue. And they've only got 4 turns to try and tie the game before the end of the first half. Definitely. It's a high kick, and Forcus is able to get under. Fergus the Debauch knocked out on the first block.
You like it rough.
Bizrock rolls double skulls and has to use their last reroll for the half.
Why can't I have my own steed like Alexia?
I'll swallow your soul. I'll have your horns in my collection.
Can't someone else do this?
They have that.
Onward, Tituba, there's fuckery to spread.
Lord Excruciatus is injured, and that's a turnover.
I need to feel pain.
Charge! Move, you stupid beast! Damn it, Tituba!
Failed bonehead check.
I never get to
Both down, and that's another turnover.
Guacamole.
Darth Chitty is injured, and that's a big help for the HELLFIST Murder Pack.
For me.
Why does this always happen to me?
Slice through that armor and get to the meat inside.
Don't even bother trying to stop me. You're a big one, aren't you? I wish I was back in the dugout. I want this skull.
Last chance to score before the half. Forcus makes 2 dodges and a pair of GFIs to run in for the score. Uh-oh, it looks like Forcus miscounted how many spaces he needed to go. The sun was in my eyes. I think he's screaming at the heavens.
The sun was in my eyes. I wanted his skull.
Forcus dodges out, completes a pass to Moloch. A pair of dodges, a GFI, a completed pass, and one more dodge, and the HELLFIST Murder Pack has tied the game. Outnumbered and still got it done. No, it isn't. Well, we're at halftime now with the score tied. Yes, it is. We hope you've been impressed with the Hall of Hell so far this game. It was based on the original Doom computer games, hence the 2 Barons of Hell as referees, and uses images of background textures resized and modified in Photoshop and then printed. I built each of the 4 walls as a separate section, using hardboard and foam core layers behind the printed images, and to get the effect of the moving walls that appear from time to time throughout Doom and Doom 2, I printed and taped together long strips of the images, gave them a layer of shipping tape for durability, and then sandwiched them between the hardboard backing and the foam core front, with popsicle stick handles to make it easier to manipulate and to keep the strips from accidentally coming all the way out. For the 2 walls behind the end zones are actually 3 different moving sections going in 2 different directions. So for the shots where 3 sides of the stadium can be seen at once, it required going around the table and manipulating 5 different things between each picture, in addition to moving the miniatures. Needless to say, it took a lot longer to film than the previous films. We were pretty happy with the final results and hope you are too. So, when it comes to the holiday season, what do you usually think of, Buddy Brew? Decorations. Candy canes. The foul, noxious stench of the rotting undead. It is, and we're going to be serving it up when the Stitched Horrors host Game 4 in the Diabolical Bracket Tournament. That game will be taking place at the Doom Corridor, the lonely stretch of graveyard that serves as the stadium for the necromantic team, the Stitched Horrors. It's a winter wonderland in their cemetery, and Dr. Schellendrak has even decorated his mansion for the holidays. We're hoping to have that one completed and posted for you by the end of January. And now, let's get back to the game. The Disciples of Deathnipple will be kicking it off to start the second half. No players on either team have recovered from knockout, and Tormentos and Beckedim are coming in to fill empty positions on the Disciples' defense. Yep, the HELLFIST Murder Pack managed to close the gap by the end of the first half, and now they have a whole 8 turns to try and get in for the winning score. Quick snap, and the Murder Pack is able to adjust their players slightly and cross the line of scrimmage. Two knockouts in a row. Already, they've almost evened the odds for this drive. Forcus has the ball.
I live for the pain.
I'll remove your head with this claws.
Well, I'm going to get to have the fellow.
I'll carve a piece of you horse neck. I want your horn. Give them to me.
Greed had to use their only reroll to avoid the double skulls on that block.
I wish I had your move. I wish I had claws as big as yours.
I'm so hungry!
These horns will be mine.
I'm so tired.
Get off, you stupid beast! Get off me! You're heavy!
Failed bonehead check means asphyxia isn't going anywhere. Forcus had to spend a reroll to make that GFI. They already used their reroll this turn, so Astaroth goes down and is injured. A huge break for the Disciples. The Murder Pack are down to only one of their chosen blockers on the field.
This pain is exquisite.
I'll rip off your head and suck out your eye!
Tormentros takes him down and the ball scatters.
Putting you in a diet, but you weigh a ton.
I could injure someone.
Stop making me have to work.
Moloch uses a reroll for the GFI and Forcus, looking to pass, but even with sure hands couldn't pick up the ball, and Tormentros manages to catch it on the bounce. Tormentros dodges out of there and looking for the end zone.
I'll flay your flesh from the bones.
Is this game over yet?
I'll peel the powder off you!
I'll rip off your head if I have to.
Yup.
What do you think you're going?
Forcus blitzing, dodging, and weaving. Has to use their last reroll on the GFI, but takes down the ball carrier. Yup.
Poor little beast.
I wonder if you can eat this. I just want to take a nap. That's a really nice helmet.
Finally, I got to knock someone out.
They just lost their last chosen blocker. This isn't looking good for the Murder Pack. Forcus fails his dodge, and that's a turnover.
Asphyxia, help me get his horns.
I'll eat your spleen.
Stop talking all the action.
That looked painful.
I got his horns! Yay!
They have no way of stopping the score, and the Disciples have all but won the game now. I think we might be seeing a spite foul soon from the soon-to-be vanquished Murder Pack. Here's Fowley. Moloch fails to break the armor. Touchdown!
Oh, yeah.
I believe he did.
I'm surprised you managed to stop me.
It's a quick snap and nobody's going anywhere. With no chance of changing the outcome of this game now, both teams are just going to have at it for their last turn.
I never got the ball once. I just tripped, that's all.
I'm ready for the victory feast.
Oh, one for the rose.
Thank me.
Are we done yet? I want your helmet.
Double skulls, and that's the game. The Disciples of Deathnipple win 2-1, with them causing 5 injuries and the HELLFIST Murder Pack causing 3. True, but there were a lot of knockouts too. The Disciples of Deathnipple advance to round 2, where they will play either the Crazy Bastards or the Toothbreakers. And as for Rufus and I, we'll have our scarves and mittens on in the wintry dune corridor for Game 4. We hope you enjoyed this game and are looking forward to the next one.
Until then, Happy New Year, and we'll see you in 2021, Blood Bowl fans!